Well, by now, many of us have been sitting for a while. So to keep our energy up and get our creative juice flowing, I am thrilled to introduce Itati Cordova, co-founder of Pride in Engineering, or PI for short. Itati and her team will be leading us through an energizing stretch activity with a certified trainer. And they also will tell us a little bit about their organization along the way. Let's give them a warm welcome. Itati, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Can you see me? Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. So my name is Itati Cordova. I am one of the directors of Pride in Engineering. Our mission is to inspire, support, and connect to us LGBTQIA+ professionals in engineering. We're so happy to bring in Julie Nunez today. So you'll see her name on the screen here. Julie is a certified personal trainer and is a really, really great ally to the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, really supports PI. And she will be guiding us through a stretching session today. So the stretching session will be inclusive of all abilities, of all folks. You don't need any equipment. And it's meant just to give you a nice break from listening and learning so much throughout the day today. So we're just waiting to get into the room for this. And once we are set up, we can start that presentation or start the session, I mean. And yeah, and feel free to grab some water. Feel free to get comfortable before the session starts, and it'll start in a couple minutes. Okay, hi everybody. We are ready. You can see Julie here.
Hi,
Julie,
is that okay? Well, I just want to make sure the volume is up as possible. Perfect. All right, so I know everyone is cams off, which is totally fine. I'm going to run this session just kind of how I would. There's limited equipment, so I did utilize a office chair just because I figured some of you were in your offices or just in a chair. So that's something you can use, but really the whole session is no equipment. Just a little bit about me. So my name is Julie Nunez. I've been a personal trainer now for, I want to say about 4 years. I actually went to NAIT, which is the college or the university that we're in, or college that we're in right now. And I went to get my personal training diploma. I got an honors. And then I also got my CSEP certification. So that's just a little bit about me. I also started my fitness journey through calisthenics. And if you know what calisthenics is, it's really all body weight movement. And I found a really great passion in something called freestyle calisthenics. So I'm not going to go into that, but if you want to Google it, it's going to be a little intense sport, but feel free to, check it out. So we're going to get started on our session. I'm going to just move back. Just move back a little bit. Perfect. So you can see me. I'm going to be projecting my voice as much as I can. I'm in a hallway. So we're first going to start off. We're going to go from head to toe. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ikat. So we're going to start off with our stretch for our neck. So I want you to pick a side and we're going to just lightly grab our head. Nothing pull. Nothing to pull. So the opposite arm is going to reach. You're going to have an open palm and you're going to try to reach for the floor. And this hand should be very light on your head, okay? So we're gonna hold that we're gonna hold this for about 10, 15 seconds. Let's count it down. 10, 9, 8, actively reaching for the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna switch sides. So this arm's gonna just reach for your head, open palm, fingers reach for the floor and stretch. Hold that stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm just going to shake that out a little bit. We're going to to go into a prisoner pose with our hands, and we're gonna try to push our head to the ground. Now, again, if it's causing any pain at all, don't go for the full range of motion. You do want to look to the floor, and you want your elbows to try to reach behind you. So we're gonna hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're gonna look up to the ceiling. Hands are just gonna press the head here very lightly, and we're gonna look up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, so that was just the upper portion. Now we're going to focus on our shoulders. So hands are going to go to the side. We're going to rotate our shoulders in a circle. So just very minimal rotation here. Good. I want you to focus just on your shoulders. Your rest of the body should just be nice and static. Good. Now we're going to include our upper body portion. So I want you to have that nice arch. So instead of just doing shoulders, we're going to go and bring our upper body in. So a nice little arch, kind of almost doing like a little body roll, but not fully. Good. And you want to focus on bringing these shoulders in, up, and around. In, up, and around. Good. Couple more of those. Beautiful. Now we're going to go the other direction. So starting off with just our shoulders, very minimal movement, going backwards this time. Or sorry, forwards this time. We went backwards already. Forwards this time. This one's going to feel a little awkward, but just go with it and making sure that you are going up, around, okay? So back, up, around, just in the shoulders. Now we're going to bring our whole upper body into it. So getting that nice arch and protraction in your upper body. Good. That's it. Keep going. Lower body should be nice and still. We're just isolating the top. Beautiful. Okay. From here, we're going to just do a little bit of a shoulder stance with your feet. We're going to bring our fists in, and we're just going to do some nice torso twists. Good. So your fists should almost make like a little box in front of you. And if you want, you can even go wider with your legs. That's totally fine. Whatever feels comfortable for you. But we are just working on the torso. Beautiful. Couple more. Nice. Okay, from here, bring your legs together again. I'm going to just show you my side profile. We're going to bring our arms up. And again, I want you to focus on projecting your chest forward. So up and through, opening up the shoulder blades. So this is what the front looks like. Up. Yeah, good. We're going to do 5 more of these. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, still focusing on the shoulders. You're going to your office chair or whatever you got, and we're going to just have our hands to the chair, and we're going to bring our bum back just to give that nice stretch in the lower body. Your chair is what you're going to use to stabilize your stance. And I want you to think about arching your back so that you can actually get that nice shoulder extension through your arms here. And if you can, needle your head through. So needle it through. And this is just a great stretch. Overall, we're going to hold this for 10 seconds, okay? And I want you to pulse as you are in this position. So hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to release that again. We're going to do that one more time just because that stretch is super, super important. This time, I really want you to focus on bringing that bum back and really sinking into your heels. So if you're kind of having a little bit of trouble with that, definitely hold on to your chair and go for that nice sit back. You could also, if you just want to feel something nice in the hips, you can just sit back into it as well and do some pulses that way. But we're going to go into that nice shoulder extension stretch. So we're going to needle our head through. Keep your legs straight as best as you can. A nice little bend in the knee. If the hamstrings are too tight, that's totally okay. But again, we're going to hold and pulse 10 times. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, good. Okay. Using our chair now, you're going to bring the chair in front of you. So you want the seat to be facing you. For those of us that have limited space or don't really have a mat, we're going to do a little bit of a variation of what's called a pigeon pose. So in actual yoga, the pigeon pose is on the ground. But for this, we're just going to utilize our chair. So what you're going to do, have your one leg press back nice and straight. This front leg here is going to go into a 45-degree angle with your knee. If you want, you can also go into 90 degrees if you want a little bit more intensity. But the closer the angle, the easier it will be. And again, you can utilize the back of the chair to just help you sink into this stretch. So we're just going to hold this stretch, and you want to make sure that your hips are aligned to the direction that you're looking at. So from here, we're going to hold this for 10 seconds, okay? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still staying in this stretch. We're going to, whatever you're feeling comfortable with, if you want one arm back just so that you don't feel like you're falling over, but I'm going to do 2 arms back like this. And I want our thumbs, again, open palm. Thumbs are going to reach behind us. So we're going to hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to switch legs now. So opposite leg is going to go onto the chair. Remember, the closer that the angle your legs are in, the easier it will be. If you want to go for that 90-degree for a bigger challenge, you can definitely do that. But again, you're going to have your front leg onto the chair. Square your hips to the direction that you're facing. Progression for this, if you want to reach behind you, you can hold the chair. But for now, we're going to just hold this assisted pigeon pose, okay? We're going to do it for 10, 9, 8, 7. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch, try to bring your leg back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, staying in this stretch, we're going to reach behind us. Open palm. Thumbs are going to reach behind, and you're going to try and grab whatever you can behind you. Hold that nice arch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, good. Just a little bit of a hip opener there. Okay, we're going to still stay onto our chair. This time we're going to do a little bit of a different stretch. So you're going to put your leg onto the chair. Now, even this is really good for some stretching, making sure that this leg is nice and straight. What you can do is we're going to do a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. So we're going to face the direction of the chair. So I've been facing this way. My hips are square. And again, my hamstring is nice and straight. If you don't feel like it might be a little intense for some people, especially if you are sitting a lot, your hamstrings can get definitely very tight. So what I want you to do is just go as far as you can by keeping your back straight. And I want you to hinge at the hip. And what I mean by hinge is I want you to lean forward, but I don't want you to round your back. So if you're rounding your back and you're trying to get that nice stretch, you're not getting the best or you're not getting the most out of it. So you want to make sure your back is nice and straight, shoulders are back, and you're just going to hinge, again, bending forward at the hip. So if you're seeing any of this, try not to do that. You're not gonna get the most out of the stretch. Try to keep your shoulders back, get that nice posture. So you're gonna reach forward, hands on your quad is totally fine. If you can go for your leg, that's totally fine. Whatever you can hold, we're gonna hold this for 10 seconds, okay? 10, 9, 8, and I want you to focus on breathing on this one because this one's gonna be really tight for some of you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, let's switch sides now. So again, facing that same direction on your chair, shoulders are back, hips are squared. We're going to hinge at the hip. And again, hands on quad is totally fine. Wherever you feel like you can reach, as long as that posture is nice and straight, okay? If you don't have a chair, you can totally do this on the ground too, just like so. If you do have a chair, this is gonna be a little bit of a better stretch, just so that you can elevate that leg and get a deeper stretch into the hamstring. So we're gonna hold this 10 seconds, okay? Ready? 10, 9, you can pulse in it if you want to get that nice like activation. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna move on to the ground just because we've only got a few minutes left. So if you have a mat, or you can even do this on a carpet, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna angle the camera. There you go. Beautiful. So we're gonna go into a little bit more of our hip stretch. I want you to create 90 degrees. So these are called 90-90s. And they're called 90-90s because at every joint, you're at a 90-degree angle. So I want you to focus on trying to make that position 90 degrees for all of your bottom half. And once you feel comfortable in here, you may feel a little bit of a pinch in here. That's because the movement is new to you. If you do feel that way, you can lean back and allow that hip to feel that nice 90-degree angle. For those of us that are good in this position, I want you to just try and hold this 90-degree position for 10 seconds. Again, lean back to the side at an angle to allow this hip to open up if you're feeling that pinch, okay? So you shouldn't be feeling that pinch at all. Again, we're gonna hold it. For those of us that can have their arms up, you can. Hands also can go to the floor. That's also good as well. We're gonna hold this 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to switch sides now. So opposite limbs or opposite legs going to go in front. Again, create that 90-degree angle. Oh, there we go. I think I was just hidden. Yeah, I just saw a change in the screen. So we're going to go again into that 90-degree angle. And if you don't know what 90 degrees is, I mean, you're all engineers, right? We should all know what 90 degrees is. So again, if you're feeling that pinch in this hip now, I want you to just lean off to the side to allow that hip to open up. If not, hey, feel free to be in this position. I want your hips to be squared in the direction that you're looking at. And we're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Again, reminder, you can open up to the side and hold this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Now maintaining that shin box position is what we call it with those 90-90s. We're going to have our legs almost in a 45-degree angle instead of that 90 degrees. And we're going to come lift off the ground. So essentially you're going to be in this position here. I'll show what it looks like off to the side like that. Okay, these are called shin boxes. So we're going to just lift off from the ground, come back down. Good, we're gonna do that 5 times, okay? Ready? 1, I want you to drive your hips forward. Good. 2, think about opening them up, drive them forward. That's it. 3, Tati, I don't know how you're doing this without a mat. This definitely, you need to do it on a carpet or soft surface. 4, good. Last one, and 5. Hold that nice stretch there in the hip. Drive that forward. Good. Hold that. 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. So again, creating that 45-degree angle on the opposite side. We're gonna lift up from the ground from our hips. Lift, hold. 1. Good. Again, we're doing this 5 times. 2.
Feels so
3.
good.
Great. I know. 3. That's it. 4. Good. And last one, 5. We're gonna hold. Drive our hips forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay. From here, we're going to just bring our leg in. If you want a little bit more intensity on this, you're going to keep this leg straight and point the toes. If not, toes pointed up is totally fine. We're going to just reach for this foot. And again, try not to round that back. So I'll show you what it looks like on the back side. My posture is nice and straight, leaning to the side, not to the front, okay? Lean to the side. So we're going to reach for that foot, leaning to the side, and you should try to keep this leg nice and straight. If you're feeling this bend, you don't need to reach for your toe. Reach for your quad. That's totally okay. So we're going to reach for that foot, and this arm is going to follow through, palms up, and they're going to face the ceiling. You can look for your hand if you want, and you're just going to try to hold this position for 10 seconds. Ready? 10, 9. You can pulse if you want. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to now extend to the other side. Bring this leg in. If you want more intensity, you can point your toe. You don't need to. Toes pointed to the ceiling is fine. Remember, straight posture. You're going to reach for the side. Good. And then now this hand is going to follow through. Palms are going to go open up to the ceiling. And we're just going to try to reach for that opposite foot. Okay, we're going to pulse or hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to stay on the ground. We're now going to do what's called world's greatest stretch. So if you're in the CrossFit world, this is what they call it. But we're going to go into that forward lunge. So what it looks like from the side, you're just going to have one leg nice and bent. This other leg is going to be straight behind you. If you can't lift your knee up, that's totally fine. Resting on the ground is good. If you can lift your knee, that's even better. So we're going to bring our hands on the inside of our feet, of our front leg, and the hand that is closest to the knee that's bent, we're going to open up, reach for the sky. Now, your shoulders should be nice and stacked on your wrists. And if you want to twist. If even being in this front lunge position is good, definitely do that. But we're going to reach up and get that nice torso twist. And you can also open up the hip too. This foot doesn't have to be flat if mobility is struggling. So let's just try and reach for the sky and hold that. 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good. And we're going to reach. Okay, we got 1 more minute, so let's wrap this up. We're going to have, again, opposite leg, forward lunge. Arms are on the inside of that foot. The arm that's closest to our leg, we're going to reach up open to the sky, do that nice torso twist. And we're going to hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, just to end it off, we're going to go into a nice resting pose. So I just want you to lay onto the floor. You're going to bring your legs in. So it should be like a nice little triangle. You're going to bring your legs in, and I want you to focus on trying to open up those hips by pushing your knees to the ground. And now we're just going to focus on breathing, okay? Big inhale and exhale. Slow it down for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink into it. That's it. Good. Yeah. So we're going to leave it with this stretch. Definitely stay in this stretch if you need to for a few more seconds. But that was our stretching session. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to be here for you.